for that, man, patiently. That's one of those times of us being, when you come prepared to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. You're going to be tested, okay? So this holy sword being the Bible, this is what we read now. But the Lord said, after you see me in my old body that they hung on the cross, right? When you see that body, I'm going to put an anger on you, and we're going to come back with a two-edged sword. It says, let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth. We're going to be screaming in that day. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. We're going to be screaming with that fierce anger. It says with and a two-edged sword in their hand. It says to execute vengeance upon the heathen, right? The other nations, you natural Gentiles, man. You know, we're going to execute vengeance, man. You know, the fury of the Lord's anger going to be on us, man. And punishments upon the people. Verse 8, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Right? To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Who are their kings and their nobles? The Rothschilds, the DuPont, the Gettys, the Warburgs, the Oppenheimers, the Schroders, the Vandals, the Burgundies, 13 bloodlines. These are the families, right? That we are going, these are the elites, man, of this society. These are the ones who are going to escape the destruction of America. They have bunkers, right? They have dug into hell when you read in Amos the 9th chapter, right? When you read in the 13th chapter or the 14th chapter, Isaiah, it talks about them being in the space stations, put their nest amongst the stars, and Obadiah. So Esau is actually preparing for this thermonuclear destruction, man. You know, he's preparing, but he's trying to be prophecy, man. But what's gonna happen? The Lord is gonna put that spirit on us, man. He's gonna put that anger on us. Spiritual power. It's gonna be beautiful. We're gonna be able to find out Esau and trap him out and basically destroy him. Let's see here. This is Isaiah 24. Let me see where I can start at. Isaiah 24 and 10. The city of confusion is broken down. What's the city of confusion? America. It says it's broken down. Right? You can see it. You can see the infrastructure falling. Systematically it's falling. The mood of the people, hey, it's crazy, man. Like right now you got people, they going to Popeyes. And Popeyes are running out of chicken sandwiches, and it's driving people crazy when they hear that word, we out of chicken sandwiches. They're going crazy, man. They're trying to fight workers and everything. This is the city of confusion. You don't see that happening in no other country but America, man. Babylon, man. You know? It says, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up. There's no man may come in. That's going to be the time of martial law also, right? The scattering. It's going to be another scattering of our people. There is a crying for wine in the streets, right? They're crying for wine. It's going to be in the streets in that day. What? They're going to be looking for answers. We're out here now prophesying, right? In this particular time we're in, like I said, this is the high time to awake out of that sleep. And we out here prophesying, and people are doing what? Passing by, man. They don't hear the prophets. You know? So when that city is broken down, and that time of confusion is all out through the land, when that time of martial law and famine and sedition among men, then they're gonna be looking for the answers, right? They're gonna be crying for the wine in the streets, and wine is the word, man. You You think they just gonna be crying for some wine to drink because they're in a bad state? Give a man wine that's about to perish? No, they gonna be looking for the word, man. They gonna be trying to figure out how to get out of this situation that they in. It says all joy is darkened and the mirth of the land is gone. So all these good times that people are having, going to these different clubs and bars and different events that Esau throw week in and week out, they always got you got the people of the society who got a little few RFNs. What do? They buy season tickets to the football games, the different pro games, different NBA games, baseball. You know, that joyous time, it's gonna be gone, man. And it says, and the city is left desolate, and the gate is smitten with destruction. So it's gonna be stricken with destruction, man. Hey, man, when the Lord get through to America, it's gonna be desolate, man. He tells you in the scriptures, man. You know, it says, when thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as a shaking of an olive tree, and as the gleaming grapes when the vintage is done. So, hey, when you see the vintage of the grapes are done, it's just left what's left. It looks desolate. Ain't nothing left but the vines that it grew on. No grapes are there. It's useless for that time, right? And then what did the other part of the scripture say? A shaking of an olive tree. When you shake an olive tree, when the olives are ripe in the olive tree, the actual olives, they fall suddenly. It's a sudden fall they have. So this destruction is going to come suddenly on the people, right? Esau, 2/3 of our own people. This destruction is going to come suddenly, man. Verse 14, they shall lift up their voice. They shall sing for the majesty of the Lord Yahweh. They shall cry aloud from the sea, right? How are we singing? We singing by what? Reading these scriptures. This is how we're singing now. Reading the scriptures out loud in their chorus, right? So I can. It says, wherefore glorify ye the Lord Yahweh in the fires, even the name of the Lord, thy power of Israel in the isles of the sea. It says, glorify the name of the Lord in the fires. And that's going to come right here. Glorify the name in the fire. Guess what? When the Lord come back, when that thermonuclear destruction is happening, hold on. Glorify the Lord in the fires, man. This is Revelations 15:1. I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the seven last plagues, for in them were filled with wrath of the Most High. So those plagues are the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, because the ones who are elect, that get beamed up into the chariots, right? You're going to be looking. It's going to be looking like you're looking through a sea of glass, and you're actually going to be in the fire as that nuclear destruction is going off. It's going to seem like you're being raised through you will be getting raised through the fire, man. And them that had got the victory over the beast, the elect, and over his image and over his mark, the whole system, right? And then they didn't take the RFID chip. And over the number of his name stand on the sea of glass, harping the harps of the Most High Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. We're going to be singing that song that Moses sang in Exodus 15, man. 15 in 1, 2, and 3. The Lord is a man of war. You know? Yahweh is his name, man. Isaiah 24. Isaiah 24 and 15. And it says, wherefore glorify ye the Lord Yahweh in the fires. And this we're going to be glorifying when we on them chariots. That sea of glass, man. Spoken over in Revelation 15 chapter. We're going to glorify Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai when we in them chariots. Then you're going to know, hey, man, the Lord has saved me from this destruction. Jeremiah 8 and 21 says, the harvest is past, the summer is gone, but we are yet not saved, man. So you're not going to be saved until you're what? On them ships, man. When that thermonuclear destruction is coming, you got to have faith to the end. Some brothers gonna see the fire coming towards their face, man. You still gotta have that faith that the Lord, because he just said you're gonna be like you mingle in the fire. So a lot of brothers gonna be getting pulled through that fire when you read in Zechariah the 13th chapter, man. You're gonna be in the midst of the fire, man. Getting beamed up. It says, for the utmost part of the earth we have heard songs, even glory to the righteous. But I said, my leanness, right? Meaning his poverty. Woe unto me, the treacherous dealers have dealt treacherous. Who is that? Esau. They have dealt treacherous, man. We the last high of the first fire. You know, living in the ghettos and barrios. It says, the treacherous dealers have dealt very treacherously, man. Sold our people into slavery. Okay. Straight sold us, man. And it just spoke of a man stealeth the man, and you be found in his hand, you should be put to death. And it says, fear and the pit and the snare are upon all inhabitants of the earth. It says, and it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit. So the elites are going to escape this thermonuclear bomb, man. And they're going to be taken. When you read in, like we was reading Psalms 149. And we're going to go back and read it. It says, and he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in a snare. So you're going to be taken in chains, man. We're going to bring out the old shackles from the slavery days for you, at least, man. Believe that. It says, and the windows from the high are open, and the foundation of the earth do shake by what? The ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles. This is how it's going to shake. It says the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved, man. Meaning violently dissolved. That ICBM is going to be violent. You know? It says, and the earth is moved exceedingly. So that's going to show you the power of these missiles. It's going to be able to shake the whole titanium plates of the earth are going to shake, man. You know? This is the doing of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. This is the power of the Lord of the heavens, man. He said his ways are not your ways, and your ways are not his ways. His thoughts are not your thoughts, man. He's all omnipotent, omniscient, man. He's all power, man. You know, you're going to find out who Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is. Verse 20, the earth shall reel, shall stagger, like the earth going to be moving to and fro like a drunkard. You know how a drunkard is when he walking, he's staggering back and forth. He might take one step forward and he might take 2 steps back, right? And he says, it shall be removed like a cottage. So Esau kingdom is going to fall and basically not going to never rise again. You know? It's not going to rise again, man. When you read in 21, chapter 21, it tells you that. 21, when you read 14 and 21 on down, it says, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgressions thereof shall be heavy upon it. And it shall fall and not rise again. See, it's going to fall and not rise again. The transgressions are at the height, man. The fats floweth over in this country. When you read in Jeremiah, man, the wickedness is over day that the Lord Yahweh shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high. He's going to punish the host of the high ones who are on high. Who are they? That's talking about you elites, man. Like we said, you DuPonts, you Gettys, you Warburgs, you Oppenheimers, right? Rothschild, your net worth is like $570 trillion. You could write a two-party check for 21 trillion right now and get America out of debt, and it won't put a dent in your pocket. That lets you know, hey, that one thing, like Esau, you're the wicked, because you could get the nation of Israel out of the situation, but you're not supposed to, because you're the enemy. When you read it, Psalms 83 chapter, you have taken Confederate, man. You have plotted and planned, right, against who? The nation of Israel, to make them be no more in remembrance. And it gives you the tabernacles who are involved in it. Moab, Ammon, the Hamites, all y'all are involved in the downfall of America. Esau being at the forefront. Right? You Amalekites, man. You have all the money. Okay? So the Lord is getting ready to punish you, man, with a sore punishment. That's why he say the city of confusion is about to be desolate. That's America, man. It says, verse 21 in Isaiah 24, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners and gathered in a pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited. See, after many days shall they be punished, man. Because when we get y'all, man, y'all gonna actually be working. Y'all gonna work for 1,000 years, man. Then we gonna build that lake of fire and basically walk like you walk in a plane. You're gonna walk into the fires, man. That's what the scriptures say. It says, verse 23, then the moon shall be confounded, right? It says the moon shall be confounded or ashamed, and the sun ashamed, when the Lord of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion. See, it says the Lord of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion, which are who? The nation of Israel. The Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Americans. And in Jerusalem, right? This is in the kingdom, man. And before his ancients glory, ancients glorious, man. So everything gonna look different after this destruction of Esau. We won't see this heavily concreted kingdom. Because everywhere you go, you're walking on concrete, which flattens your feet, damages your vertebrae, your neck. It won't be that, man. You know, we'll be able to walk on the soft grounds of the kingdom. We'll be able to drink waters that are not contaminated with GMOs. The food won't be contaminated. Everything is going to go back to its righteous side, the rightful size. It tells you that 2 men used to have to carry a cluster of grapes, man, in the book of Numbers. So, hey, it's going to go back to the ancient, man. The people are going to be bigger, you know. But we're going to bind your kings with chains, man. It says, Psalms 149:6, let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and nobles with fetters of iron. A fetter of iron is what? Those are shackles, man. So the scriptures say that they're going to bind the kings with fetters of iron, right? And it says to execute upon them the judgment written. Execute upon them the judgments written, man. It told me Deuteronomy 7:1. Let me look at that. Let me get that and see what that is. And the judgments written. Deuteronomy 7:2, it says, and when the Lord Yahweh thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them.